But howdy doody there, people. Nitty gritty over 50. I do, first of all, first and foremost, I do want to thank you very much. Okay? But there's a couple things that I don't understand. If you think you understand that I don't understand, maybe we got to go ahead and just get something straight. Okay? First of all, the Most High and Big Mama been taking care of me way longer than anybody has been venturing or assisting, reflecting along the way throughout all of this and everything. Okay? If one doesn't jump into the fucking white water for one, okay? You know, that's goes off. Have you ever been water rafting before? You know? I used to live in Colorado, did it a couple of times. Okay? And that's how I live like life and stuff. You know, so even after, and this is just simple with just simple sports. That's not even on the edge of shit. But in simple sports, even after you get inside of it, say for instance, boxing or whatever, or, you know, any type of a match, whatever. Okay? I don't know if you've ever played any sports either. You know, I'm sure your children have, you know, or maybe it's been so long that you forgot or something like that. So what happens and everything, even the coach after a win will sit you down and you're going to go back over some fucking tapes. You're going to go back over tapes and you're going to study tapes before that, before you go into the game. And so the way, first of all, the tone matters. I got a friend named Tony, and he can help you tune us up on tones and shit. You know what I'm saying? I kid you not. 2:11 on the clock. And I mean, it just blows me out the water. You know, because here we are. You know, we're looking for a rabbit. The rabbit, okay, the rabbit. You know, the rabbit. You know what I'm saying? And people are moving through the fucking grass too harsh right now. You're scaring all the fucking rapids and shit away. You know? Now, I saw a squirrel today, and I didn't get close up enough on it only because of the camera and everything. You know, and I wanted to go ahead and catch him and everything, but I couldn't get up close on him. So, you know what I did? I dumped that right there. I dumped it. People might have saw it, but I dumped it and everything because I didn't get up close enough on it to replay for myself and everything. Okay? So if I see a squirrel and it's still inside of my sight right now and I'm looking at how they're going to peel this nut and everything, if I see that squirrel and everything, you know, what is it? Where did it? Actually, when I got up there, because the camera was all messed up and some other noise and everything, the squirrel had already took the fuck off. And that's what just happened right now. You know? Because if one was actually following, you know, as they was following everything, I've had 4 or 5 people to say something different and everything. And even along in the manner in which, you know, they watching tapes and shit too. But they didn't do it like you just did. Okay? So, what was her name? Spiritual Baddie. She had said something one time along the way too. And I said, just sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. Okay? Because what it is, and I'm going to just give it to you. Since people can't figure shit out. The people that's been, you know, doing whatever they're doing, these are motherfucking high volume. High volume on status, on different stages and shit too. I don't know what stage you've been on. I don't know what war you've been in. I don't know what prison you've been in. I don't know what you've been in. 444 on the clock. But if somebody coming after you, then your people is on it all motherfucking time, no matter what. Even if I do turn my fucking back, I'm gonna have eyes in the back of my motherfucking head, meaning other reflective. Fuck a collective, because a motherfucking collective don't be doing shit except collecting shit, figure whatever, figure nigger, figure trigger, figure black fragility, white fragility, masculine fragility, feminine fragility. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get gray hairs, silver hairs in their head. Gray and silver are two different things. Two different things. Ask for Shah Jamal on that. He'll school you on that. So there's a way to come in, to present oneself even when you have a plausible solution to another problem that one might not see. And that ain't the fucking way it is. And you done did it a couple of times. So that's the reason why I have just like, matter of fact, it was you who said something just the other day and everything. And I got right back on it right away. Oh, as far as, you know which one I'm talking about. You go back and read your thing. Go back and read it. 6:16 on the clock. Because it's rabbit season. It's really getting ready to be motherfucking Easter. It's really fucking rabbit season. And they still trying to go ahead and say the fucking rabbit lays the motherfucking egg. And I know that ain't made that, but you helping them to think that they done laid a motherfucking egg. Okay? So I hope you can grasp what we're saying inside of this so you don't do it again. At least not with me. You know what I'm saying? And I would be cautious with anybody else that's fucking with you on the way. Even in the way you present sometimes, it's somewhere around the 4th and the 7th, and time is fluid. Look, when we're dealing with milliseconds and so forth, 7:14 on the clock, that is Isaiah 7:14. And that is the presentation of Emmanuel, the golden dragon. They didn't say somewhere around between 7:1 and 7:16. No, it's 7:14. And with milliseconds, we can go ahead and put milliseconds in there. Why? Because you can count the commas, you can count the spaces. Morse code, count the spaces. Even inside the scripture, there are larger spaces than there are between some words and everything. So there's a lot. And that's in every type of book. 7:57 on the clock. And that's what I'm saying. Al-Muasi is forgetting to motherfucking know how to count. Morse code. Show you. And that's the Browns motherfucking on the Brown, not Hebron, but the Browns. This is our motherfucking damn shield, is that of Morse code. Okay? But that's just Brown. Hebron is on a way motherfucking different level, because they, again, like Kevin Gay said, and this is, language is primitive. And that includes the dots, dashes, sigils, all of that shit. Why? Because if you look at the Asmir of Anu, okay, that I put up there, the dragon is talking to him and his mouth is shut. Yeah. Why is that? Because he's from the sun, the golden dragon. Okay? And all of us in our tribe, you can check with Rod Hayes on this too. And the Ainu people of Japan, not Japan, Japan. Why is that? Because they were the first ones and Japan has the highest IQ of everybody. Okay? But even the Ainu of Japan was different. Why is that? How is they different? Their eye. It was not necessarily slanted like Japanese, or that of China, or that of, it was more an around motion like us right now, that I'm gonna just say humanoid in general. But we can't say that between with the sin people, those of sin. Sin came down and everything, okay? Over to Japan, this is sinology. That's the whole language is sinology. Okay? So language is primitive. It's not what people say. It's what you're looking at. You don't listen to what they say. You look at the whole everything. That's what you do. And that's why you watch tapes. You don't hear them on the court. You don't hear what they saying inside when they throwing a punch. No, so you have to watch the whole body movement because that ain't gonna lie. And you're gonna watch it over and over again. So that's what I would suggest. If anybody, if you want to meet somebody, hey, you want to meet them. You want to see somebody catching you, watching me, watching you. Hey, fucking hey. Who was the first ones down here? The fucking watchers. Did they say anything? No, they weren't supposed to say shit. But a few of them did. They went ahead and slid some heavenly, some from the Shamayim to the hued man that he brewed from open olive. I got to get that word again. But it's basically the word open. Nali. And the ALI is in there. But this is Tamil. And this is a writing, okay, that came from the Indian women. Okay, from India. Like Canada with the K, from over there, India. Okay, Sri Lanka did the open sesame. Going forward is Moses. M-O by itself, M-O is homosexual. Mo is homosexual. And then the C's is that of the water. So that's the UCC laws. And we had the pirates. So pi was already on and then we had the pirates that had what? The skull and bones. So we right back in the same pocket that we was talking about before and everything, right? Who's running who? We got to watch the flags. If people don't know the flags, people don't know the language, people don't know, then watch the body language. That's the only thing I can suggest to you. But don't go hunting with nobody and jump on here and try to blow anybody's nothing. Like I suggested with spiritual baddie, and I suggested also with, I cut them out and everything. Cause again, her first video she was already talking about, her pussy and everything. You know what I'm saying? And then spiritual baddie, Michael Jackson said he was bad, and bad die. I don't want to do shit with dying like that and being bad. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? That comes from chapter 46 of Psalms, where you count 46 words in and you see sheikh. Well, who's a sheikh? Islam, right? Then you count from the verse at the bottom, 46 words back. Then you see spear. And he was supposedly 46 years old, and they had 46 writers. This is just what them, writers. And 46 is the numerical value for the body. Okay? BODY equals 46. And this is Hosea, back in the sea again. Okay? Where it says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So because you have forgotten my word, I will forget your children. So I would just take a back seat or even a front seat and watch. Okay? And that's straight love. 1:14:41 on the clock. Bye-bye. That's straight real love. And like I said, that's what it was. He had said, don't get it, people. Don't worry about other people and everything. Focus on you, or whatever. It's like, and I was like, fuck that shit. Because anybody just fucking with me, I'm gonna fucking get it done. It's gonna be differently though than what you just did, because my people are gonna come up, okay? And we're not gonna stay the same. Even if it looks to the whole wide world that the motherfucker's going back and forth, and ain't going nowhere, fuck what the world see. Why? Because we don't use our eyes. Everything we don't believe nothing that you see and only half of what you hear. And then that's the reason why it says at the end in the book of Revelation, it says, he who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to what? The churches. Hear. So therefore, you're keeping your mouth shut like a watcher and you're just listening. And there's 4 stages in listening. 1, it goes in and out. Like right about now, it probably done went in and out one of your ears, somebody's ears, in and out. This motherfucker ramming, he's a narcissist, arrogant, whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck. At 16. Then the second one is that a pretense. And what that is like when somebody's talking and everything, then it triggers something inside of your mind. Like people might be mad right now. So therefore it's triggered. And then they think about stuff. So then they stop listening. They just cut the fuck off. Okay? Then you have that of selective hearing. That means you're only listening what you want to hear. Okay? And then we have to go with that. If we're really engaged in listening and everything, then we're listening and we hear what they're saying. And so we think we hear what they're saying, but you know what? We repeat it back and it's not what they're saying. So you ask them to repeat it again. So you can quiet yourself, sit on the bed. Psalms 9, I believe, sit on your bed, be still. 179 on the clock. 179 times that 9 gives you back to 1611. First 9 verses again, and it's all the way coded all the way through the whole thing. King James Holy Bible equals 179 times the 9. Fuck a 7. All right? So then you ask them again to repeat it, and then you repeat it back. Now, whether there's a cadence inside of that, maybe, and that's inside of your name too. It's a cadence, It's a cadence inside of there. It's supposed to be going fluid. There's the Calabrian, or, do that pretty well and everything, you know what I'm saying? And give you a perfect feng shui within the name. That's the reason why the second book is called Shemot, meaning names. So if you got a fucked up name, you probably got a fucked up attitude, like I was showing even Rena, the Oliver. That I was all about insecure and for herself, and it showed on name echoes, or that shit was tight, Anyways, so long story short, we're going on to it's rabbit season. It's rabbit season, okay? I'm gonna give me a rabbit. And even though they may be scared away right now, I can smell them. I can smell them. All right? So, have a good evening.